I long for people to have the joy of being with the Lord and being in the house of the Lord, being in the church, but also being with God's people forevermore. Psalm 84 emphasizes the joy of being with the Lord in his dwelling place. And of course, the Lord chooses to indwell people. And when the church comes together in a building, it's a representative of an even greater gathering as God's people. We long for people to have joy in being in the house of the Lord, in worship together. My personal experience of longing for the house of the Lord is similar to when I went to college and was away from home for the first time. There were many things at home. I had a great upbringing and a wonderful home life. My parents provided a place of safety for me to grow. And so for me to leave and go to college meant sacrifice in many ways. And sometimes I remember being at college, sometimes at night I would think about what would I be doing at home if I were there, or what would it be like to be back in the Catskills of New York and winding through the hills and twists, and I could remember every turn on the way to my grandparents' house and where the deer might be along the road or the covered bridge or different things going on there along the way. I remember that. And I would think about what it would be like to, again, on Christmas vacation or on Easter vacation or something like that, to be back in my parents' house and maybe walking down the hallways and knowing where each creak in the floor might be and where the cats would be and different things like that, and the activity and the fun things. And there would be a longing, even while I was at college, in amidst everything that was going on, there'd be a longing to be there with my family and in my home, or actually my parents' home. And so, some people talk about it like a homesickness. For me, I knew what I needed to do in college, that was God's plan and his will for me to keep going that way and to branch out. But still there was this yearning for something that was safe, that was familiar, that was a blessing, and that was a longing and delight and security and fellowship with the Lord, and yet with my family as well. Psalm 84 really encapsulates a lot of that same kind of thing, where Psalm 84 says, "How lovely is your dwelling place, O Lord Almighty." And then verse 10, "Better is one day in your courts than 1,000 elsewhere. I would rather be a doorkeeper in the house of my God than dwell in the tents of the wicked." And goes on from there. And actually, doorkeeping was a very prestigious prize position, so it's something like being a beggar in the house of the Lord might be a better translation. But security and safety and fellowship in the house of the Lord, that's the same kind of environment that God invites us to. Being in the house of the Lord in the church should be a place of safety and joy, and we want to be able to say it is good to be in the house of the Lord together. Coming to church should be an experience filled with joy and with anticipation, not dread or, oh, I have to go to church, that kind of stuff. And I think that the Lord can turn our attitudes so that we want to be in the house of the Lord forever. And not just the physical building with a sanctuary, but with the house, the dwelling place of God, to be with him and with his people forevermore. And I think that's an appropriate prayer for you and for me, that we can want to be where there is love, where there is the Lord, where there are other people in love and joy and anticipation. And that's the type of blessing that's available here in Psalm 84 and for you to have as well. May coming to church, may coming to God's people, may coming into the presence of God be not only a joyful, wonderful, safe fellowship time for you, but a place of anticipation for all eternity. And may you have some of that anticipation even today as you turn toward the Lord. Bless you in the name of the Lord. Bless you in the house of the Lord. God bless you.